Your safety guide for tourists. Volcanoes are one of New Zealand's most iconic features. While the safest option is always to avoid volcanoes entirely, we know that many tourists visit specifically to witness these landscapes. This page provides the essential safety information you need before you visit. Past volcanic disasters in New Zealand have shown that a lack of tourist awareness can have serious consequences. Understanding the risks and knowing how to respond are the most important steps you can take to protect yourself. To get the most out of this guide, ensure you have also read your safety guide for everyone, and then explore the information below to prepare for a safe and informed visit. Understanding the risks. Before you visit a volcano, ensure you are prepared and fully informed. Click the arrows to learn more. 1. Check and confirm the current activity of the volcano. Ensure that you follow the corresponding risk reduction advice. 2. Familiarise yourself with the volcanic hazard zones in their areas. Here are the hazard maps for Ruapehu and Tongariro. 3. Consider whether you feel comfortable with the volcanic risks associated with your planned trip. If you do not feel comfortable, alter your plans or think about rescheduling or visiting a different location. 4. Ensure you bring appropriate equipment and clothing, such as hiking boots, warm clothing, and waterproofs. It is also recommended you pack goggles and dust masks in case an eruption does occur. 5. Consider a guided tour if it is your first time visiting a volcano, you feel nervous, or if you are hoping to visit the upper limits of a volcano. Tours run by Adrift are highly recommended across Tongariro. Click here to learn more. What to do if an eruption starts whilst visiting. Since 2019, New Zealand's volcano monitoring and adventure tourism regulations have strengthened, but it is essential to know how to respond to an eruption as many remain very unpredictable. Here are some important actions you should be familiar with. 1. Leave the eruption site immediately and avoid alleys. 2. If already in a valley, move sideways to higher ground, because lahars often occupy these low-lying areas. 3. If you see tephra and ballistics or steam and ash travelling towards you, ensure you take shelter behind a bank and cover your head with your backpack. 4. If not possible to avoid an ash cloud, cover your nose and mouth to protect your lungs. Do not assume that you are far enough away. Keep moving until you are certain that you are safe. Tourist guidance for recently active volcanoes in New Zealand. This brief section summarises the locations and current visitor advice to support safe and informed tourism in these areas. Yet it's also important to stay updated with volcanic activity and associated risks before visiting dormant volcanoes. Hover over the images to learn more. Mount Ruapehu. There are 3 ski fields and many hiking trails. Currently at level 1, which has a 700-metre exclusion zone from the summit crater and a 1.5 exclusion zone for camping and overnight stays. At level 2, the exclusion zone is 2 kilometres due to increased risks from lahars in valleys. It can be visited independently. If visiting the upper limits of the ski fields, a professional tour guide is highly recommended. To check current alert level of Mount Ruapehu, use GeoNet app or click here. And click here for additional guidance. Mount Tongariro. This area is home to one of New Zealand's most famous hikes, the Alpine Crossing. Many other well-known features include the Red Crater and Blue Lake. It can be visited independently. A guided tour is recommended to ensure utmost safety. To check the current alert level for Mount Tongariro, use the GeoNet app or click here, and click here for additional guidance. Mount Ngauruhoe. Although it remains possible to hike, it is strongly advised against. This is due to cultural and safety reasons. Click here to find out more and click here for additional guidance. Mount Taupo. Part of Taupo Volcanic Zone. This is a recommended location to base yourself when exploring the North Island. Home to a wide range of adventure activities including kayaking, mountain biking, skydiving, etc. To check current alert level of Mount Taupo, use the GeoNet app or click here. Mount Wakari. Since 2019, on-land tours to Wakari are no longer prohibited. Scenic flight tours from the Bay of Plenty remain the only way to see the island. To check current alert level of Mount Wakari, use the GeoNet app or click here. Kermadec Islands. Access to these islands is highly restricted. Requires a permit from New Zealand's Department of Conservation, primarily visited via authorised expedition vessels such as heritage expeditions. To check current alert level of the Kermadec Islands, use the GeoNet app or click here. Kaitaia